Greetings. Today, I'll be bringing you a video unboxing of Mercurial, my new Hampton's handcrafted LED saber, part of their new OTS line of customizable sabers and parts. OTS began as a Kickstarter campaign last year, February 2016, was funded almost immediately, but ran into some problems with their initial parts run that delayed shipping. But once everything was ironed out, Ken and his team up in Yuba worked as hard as they could to get everything out as quickly as possible. So here we are. As a silver lining, though, to that delay, I was able to order some parts from the CustomSaberShop.com that we're able to get here, so I can unbox those for you today as well. It'll be a double unboxing, a bonus. I've had toy sabers in the past, built my own from sync parts and internet tutorials, but Mercurial is really my first big kid saber, and so I'm really excited to be having my first look at her and sharing it with you all. So without any further ado, let's have a look at Mercurial. Look at that. I'm gonna start with this ominous red bag. Hampton's t-shirt. Logo on the front. No. OTS Saber on the front. Logo on the back. Very nice material. Editing. What else do we have? Instructions. But who needs instructions, right? Actually, I need those. So it looks like I know what I'm doing later in the video. I have been waiting to see this up close for a long time. This is how you package a more elegant weapon for a more civilized time. I really appreciate all the extra effort they put into this. The boxes for the OTS line looks really great, so this is really exciting. So when the shipping delay happened, Hampton's wisely let all of the backers continue adding parts to their order. I did. I may have been a bit excessive, so let me make a little extra space to lay this stuff out and we'll have a look. An OTS saber is made up of several different parts. You've got your hilt, which includes your pommel, rear grip, foregrip, emitter, and several accent and specialty pieces. Then you've got your blade and electronics chassis. Out of all of these, I think what sparked my interest in the lightsaber thing most was the blades. I was at work one day, my friend Mr. Hannon, he comes up to me and he's like, I'm gonna get a lightsaber. And I'm like, why? And he shows me these videos of these guys just going at each other with these custom sabers that were bright in the daytime and just soaking up all this punishment. Who knew? Anyway, that video and those blades really piqued my curiosity. But Faraxon got my attention. Faraxon is an LED string blade. It's super bright and super tough. Instead of light from the hilt illuminating the blade, it's got a string of LEDs that run its full length, so it's evenly lit across its entire surface, and it's really bright even in the daytime. In addition to that, this is what's called a photon blade. So through some manner of scientific hocus pocus, they turn blue light, they take blue light and turn it into this high intensity green that kicks the intensity and brightness just like way up to 11. And exactly how tough is it? Check this out.
Faraxin. Steel pipe. There's your answer.
Pretty tough. My friend Crystal first told me that in our area there's dueling clubs and saber guilds, so I guess with something like this I can finally join, and that's going to be really exciting. Okay, moving on to the hilt. From back to front, you've got your pommel. With all of these pieces, we have the option of keeping the aluminum unfinished, or for a nominal bump in cost, getting them anodized in either gold, like this piece here, or black, gold, no, black, red, or blue. The rear grip, which I had all my rear grips done in black, and it looks phenomenal. This looks fantastic. You've got your foregrip. This is a ribbed foregrip with a crystal chamber reveal, which will look really cool later on. And the emitter, from whence the blade emits, hence emitter. This one was done in that very nice anodizing process, the gold. The black piece, however, I did not order. It is the right piece, but just the wrong coloring. I'll just have to contact customer service and find out what happened. They look fantastic, don't get me wrong, just not my preference for that particular part. We've got the trim pieces. These were actually brass, but we had the option again of having them plated in chrome, white, or black. I got the black chrome, and it looks fantastic. You have your belt clip, which does pretty much what it says on the tin. This coupler piece lets you add segments to the rear grip. So say you have your grip and your other grip. Voila. Now this is part of my haul from CustomSaberShop.com. They have an entire section of their site dedicated to parts that are compatible with OTS, blades, electronics, hilt pieces, everything. This is one of their thick-walled battle blades. It is a clear polycarbonate tube with a translucent sheath to diffuse the light. It is lit from the hilt, so it is not quite as bright or evenly lit as Faraxin, but it is still very durable as well. And this is what does the illumination. With this hilt LED module, you can swap out the string blade plug and have pretty much any color lightsaber blade that you like. This is the literal heart of OTS and what made me so enthusiastic about backing the campaign. All of the electronics, sound, light, power, everything are contained in this standalone chassis. And so you can take all of these pieces and use them as they are out of the box, or you can modify them however you like. I didn't like the finish of the plain aluminum parts. I can do whatever it takes to achieve that shiny finish and not have to worry about damaging any of the electronics. I could even go in the other direction and weather or battle damage it, not having to worry about damaging any of the more expensive hardware. I found Hampton's trying to find someone who can make me a working version of a design that I liked. This year. I made this on my own from scratch out of sink pipes and an internet tutorial. With this and OTS as a template, even I should be able to recreate something like that with no problems. Creatively, I just think that's very exciting. So at this point, you're probably tired of my incessant prattle, and I know what you're saying.
Put it together already!
And I hear you. So let's get started. So a couple of my hilt configurations call for a different blade color. So right now I'm going to demonstrate how you swap out the string blade module with the hilt LED module from the Customsabershop.com. So you find this cluster of wires right here. This little red module right here. Go ahead and just separate that and pull it free. Very easy. As you see, the wires on the string blade module are quite a bit longer than the ones from the hilt LED module. So you're going to have to actually feed this through the top in order to hook those up like that. And then just go ahead and feed that back through. The string blade module has a pair of studs that correspond to a pair of holes on the chassis. The LED modules don't. So when you're screwing there you go. When you're screwing the emitter into place, just hold it there and a couple of screws, it'll stay tight. There's a thing in the bottom that holds that in place as well. So now you want to test that, make sure it works. And it does. Now I have a red hilt light, or red blade. This does, however, leave me with a quandary, because now I have a red blade, but a green crystal reveal. Which, you know, I wasn't, like, there we go. I wasn't considering more than the one configuration, so I didn't think to buy a piece that would cover this up. So what I did was take a strip of aluminum from a soft drink can and cut it to where it would fit over the crystal chamber, like that. And so hopefully this will fit into place like that. And there you go. No pesky green light. My first modification. All right, now let's put it together. Mercurial. So you probably noticed the obvious special effects standing off to my left. I'm not judging. Anyway, he's here to help me do a comparison between my green Faraxon string blade and the green hilt LED module that I got from the Custom Saber shop. I figured since they're both the same color, it would be a good opportunity to show you the difference between a hilt-lit blade and a string blade. After that, we'll go ahead and demonstrate the remaining two hilt LED module colors, my red and white blades. But first, we'll need to set a mood. You mind? So here is Faraxon and the hilt LED module. Both of them are very bright, and on video it's hard to tell the difference in brightness, but to the naked eye, there's a definite fall off between the hilt and the end of the blade. Also, the quality of the green of the Photon Faraxon blade is phenomenal. Green is my favorite color, which is why I got two green blades. But this is, you know, it's a question of quality and quantity. Plenty of brightness, and just this green is phenomenal. But you know, both are really bright. Both are really awesome. You wouldn't go wrong with either of these blades. But this just looks great. And look at the crystal chamber. It looks so... Can you see that? It looks awesome. Anyway. Alright, let's take a look at the other colors. Well, I wanted to show you all three hilt LED modules from the Custom Saber shop. It appears that during installation, the white one broke. So there's that. Yeah. So it's been about a week since the epic fail of that hilt LED module from the Custom Saber shop. And I've yet to hear back from anyone in regards to a repair or replacement or anything of the sort. I did hear back from Hampton's almost immediately about the color of my emitter shrouds, and they're working with me on that right now. I'd like to thank my friend Dan for helping me build my lightsaber stand that you saw earlier in the video. He took a design I did in Illustrator and realized it in acrylic, and it looks really good. It worked out really well for me. I'd like to thank my friend Sherry for the awesome Sith outfit and the new Jedi robes she made for me. They look amazing. I can't wait to wear them this Halloween. I'd like to thank Ken, everyone at Hampton's Handcrafted LED Saber, for making my first lightsaber purchase such a good experience. And thank all of you for sticking it out with me till the end. I didn't realize the video was going to be this long until I started putting it together, so if you've made it this far, thank you so much. And in closing, I'd like to say, may the Force be with you always. Thank you, guys.